Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at the 40. Rivers hands off to Eckler. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Bravo.
Throwing on 2nd down. Rivers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. On 3rd down, Rivers looking deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
This will be taken at the 10. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to... Mahomes hit. He lost the football. But it looks like the Chiefs are going to get it back.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Mahomes now already over 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. The trot. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Damian Williams with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going. And with this... drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, Eckler. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Now Eckler, and he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. A pretty wild first quarter, 21-7, our score. 3rd and long for Rivers. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. The intended receiver there, Allen, he's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll run it with Williams. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Davian Williams on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. The extra point up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Allen, the intended receiver.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
So naturally, they will decline it. They got the first down anyway on the play.
Who needs a penalty when you picked up the first down through hard work and effort anyway? First down.
The penalty moves them into the red zone here on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Jamon Moore, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Point after, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 3rd down, Rivers. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give him credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about.
Hey, keep it up, keep it up.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it, and I think the ball's out. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
On 2nd down, Williams. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns as his guys continue to pour it on. Now, you talk about the dominating rushing performances that you and I have seen together. This has got to be right up there. His 4th touchdown run of the game and another long one to boot.
And I don't need to ask for a witness because you're right here with me. We are watching this, and we're watching such a performance that it's demoralizing for anyone on defense. You know, it starts out coaches screaming, tackle him, get it. And after that last touchdown, I'll bet it's pure silence on that side of the ball.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. That one good for 26 and a first down. A nice little completion there by Phillip Rivers. And you and I were reading the article yesterday, 5th grade. Rivers had to do a project where he had to make a poster about his dreams and aspirations. So he clipped out a football player from a magazine article and pasted his face on the helmet. That's what he wanted to be, and it turned out okay.
Not so bad. Not so bad at all. Remember, he's the son of a coach. And on that play, I think he made the old coach proud with that completion.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back in pass rush. They've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie from UVA, Juan Thornhill. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. Now Mahomes on the bootleg. Caught here by Bell. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Yellow.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Yellow. 49. Let's go.
On first down, Mahomes. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they're able to get this one across the 35. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Mahomes now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's first and 10. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And down right around the 37. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
And having built that kind of a lead, they're able to do whatever they want right now. All momentum on their side, especially now running the football.
Yeah, you're talking about a defense being on their toes. They don't know what's going to hit them next at this point.
No, they went from toes to heels, and they're trying to figure out how to get back to the toes part.
Line of scrimmage moves from one 37-yard line to the other as they come up first and 10.
Back to you.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. And that pass is going to be intercepted by the All-Pro DB Desmond King. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This is fielded at the goal line. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs 1st down. Well, with Damian Williams, it's notable that the Chiefs didn't make a play to go after a big-time running back in the offseason. The coaching staff said back in May they didn't want running back by committee. They trusted Williams to be their starter. You remember last year he was forced into the starting role to find Final 3 games of the season due to attrition, and he really excelled, and then he was excellent in the playoffs against the Colts and Patriots. Strong indicator that he was ready to be the bell cow. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Marcus Kemp, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Butker on for the PAT. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Makes the score, Chiefs 49, Chargers 7.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
I'm letting you know right now, you better bring.
Here's Peterson as they begin on the ground. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
A give, Eckler running to the right. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Throwing Rivers. Going deep here for Allen. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 36. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st. They just look like they're having fun out there. Big lead. There's another big play on the big run. I mean, they can't be stopped.
I'm a little bit older than you, as you well know, partner, and you tend to tell me that all the time. But there used to be a big-time song, and the lyric was, summertime and the living is easy. Right now, it's football time, and the running is easy for this crew.
And he's taken down inside the 30. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Tighten down. There you go.
They go play fake. Mahomes. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Kelsey, the intended receiver there. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at the 20. They start the drive with Peterson. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Darren Lee there to get him down. On 2nd and 9, Rivers, he's going to look deep down the field. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Rivers. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he's the guy, Mike Williams, that the Chargers took 7th overall a couple of years ago. Battled injuries as a rookie, But in full health last year, he caught 43 passes with a knack of really finding the end zone. 10 of those 43 catches went for touchdowns. Rivers now. He's hit on just 5 of 15 throws, a poor percentage, but it's 1st and 10. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Back to the ground. This time it's Peterson. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Throwing, Rivers. And that is incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Mike, 49. Hey, me and you all day. All day.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Again, it's Williams. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy?
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Three red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. Here's Mahomes to throw. And that pass is going to be intercepted by the All-Pro DB Desmond King. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. 20. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they didn't get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
Michael Badgley, the kickoff for the Chargers.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Uchenna Nwosu. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Looking for Kelsey on the deep. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 38. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. The tight end Kelsey was the intended target. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. They were trying to go back to Allen there, but it'll be second down. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get that back to Allen, and it's 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 15. He's at the 50. The 30. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? And he said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Back to it after the pick six. Rivers. That's complete to his tight end. This is Lance Kendricks. And out across midfield down to the 45. Give him 30 yards there. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
Left. Number 53, Mike 59.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again. Rivers. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are able to get a score back. Extra point by Badgley, up and good, as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says? Yeah. Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Gets it to Hardman, a jet sweep. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. Mahomes now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down.
Here we go.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And a short return to the 6-yard line.
Alpha! Hey, Haywood!
Following the interception here, Rivers. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. That throw into the arms of Allen. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 27 yards there, a first down. So they'll come up 33. From the gun, Rivers. He's going to air one out. And this is caught at the 20. Rivers to Allen on the hook up there. 47 yards. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Mike 54. Watch the pass. Motion. Buffalo one.
Rivers on 1st down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. In this case, they were able to retain possession.
And now here's another interception. Picked off down at the 2. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. And they'll indeed take a knee.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Yellow, on the line.
52's the mic.
Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play that tight D. Don't let him breathe, defense.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on third.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Chiefs, the win means they'll finish in double digits at 10-6. And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better than average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for our visitors, this might wind up being a tough pill to swallow as they're going to finish the season at 9-7. And as division champs, they will host a playoff game next week in the wild card round. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. Are you ready? Are you ready?
Get ready, dog.
This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know where Mace, Poss, and Dave went.
Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went.
Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy.
The blends be all the right cred.
Meaning credentials.
Best of both worlds
When we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental.
Are you ready?
Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Keep it steady, to the letter rock, turn it up, give it a show.
But can you rock it like rocket fuel?
What you talking about? Space out your mind.
But can you rock it like rockets,
That's a
fool?
close encounter of what kind? Gentlemen.
When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, pass to your receiver.
All about running the spot.